What did your parents say to you as a kid that still affects you today? My big sister can't walk because I let her ride my broken bike. I was 12 when it happened. My bike's brakes had been squealing for weeks, barely working. Cassandra begged me to let her ride it to her friend's house 3 blocks away. She was 14 but had never been allowed to ride my mountain bike before. I knew the brakes were shot, but she was so excited to finally be allowed to ride my big kid bike. She kept saying please, 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 until I gave in. I watched her pedal down our street, wobbly but determined. She looked back once and waved at me, grinning. 10 minutes later, I heard the sirens. She couldn't stop at the intersection, rolled right into traffic. The car hit her going 30 miles per hour, broke her spine in 3 places. The driver was crying when the paramedics arrived, kept saying she just appeared out of nowhere, no time to brake. Dad found me crying in the hospital waiting room. Son, this is why we fix things when they break. Your sister will never walk again because you let her ride a bike you knew was dangerous. You have to take responsibility for your actions. I was 12 years old, and I spent the next 11 years believing I paralyzed my big sister. I became her everything, gave up football, baseball, everything that reminded me of what I could do that she couldn't. Turned down a full scholarship to state, to stay home and help. Broke up with 3 different girlfriends who said I cared more about Cassandra than them. They were right. She deserved my whole life after what I'd cost her. Every morning I'd help her get ready for school. Every afternoon I'd drive her to physical therapy appointments that never seemed to help. Every night I'd lie awake thinking about those stupid brakes and how I should have said no. Cassandra never blamed me, always said it was just an accident, but I knew better. I'd replay that moment over and over, wishing I'd been stronger, wishing I'd told her to wait for Dad to fix the bike. Mom would find me crying sometimes and tell me it wasn't my fault, but Dad's words were louder. He'd remind me to be more careful, more responsible, like I needed the reminder when I saw Cassandra struggling every single day. Last month, at her engagement party, Cassandra's 25 now and finally found someone who loves her exactly as she is. My uncle got drunk and started telling old stories. Shame about that bike accident. Your dad had been saying for months he needed to fix those brakes. Kept putting it off. Wait, Dad knew the brakes were broken? Oh yeah, he mentioned it to me like 6 times that summer. Said he kept forgetting to buy brake pads. $20, that's all it would have cost. My stomach twisted. I confronted Dad the next day. You knew my brakes were broken before Cassandra's accident? He couldn't look at me. Yes, for how long? Couple months, maybe 3. Why did you tell me it was my fault? Because I couldn't live with knowing I let my daughter get paralyzed over $20 brake pads. When I saw how guilty you felt, it was easier than facing what I'd done. I'm sorry. 11 years. I'd sacrificed everything to pay for his negligence. All those scholarships, all those relationships, all those years putting my life on hold. I told Cassandra everything that night. She cried for an hour. Not about her legs, but about what Dad had stolen from both of us. He let you destroy your life over his laziness, she said. All these years watching you sacrifice everything for me, thinking it was love. Now I know it was guilt he put on you. I haven't spoken to Dad since. Cassie is moving across the country after her wedding. I'm finally applying to college at 23. 23 isn't that old. I've got time to figure out who I actually am when I'm not carrying someone else's guilt. Cassandra's happy, getting married, starting fresh. Maybe I can too.